Closed captioning for Hello ENC is sponsored by Hearing Life.
Coming up, join me with a local visual artist whose works are organic by nature with floral and earth tones that typically features Black figures. This is Hello ENC.
Today on Hello ENC, you'll get to learn all about Ryan and I.
Hello, ENC.
Living, loving local.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
lifestyle.
With your hosts, Megan and fashionista, Ciara.
Let's get a sound check. And now, Hello ENC.
Let's go.
Hey y'all, I'm Megan Mamla, your host for Hello ENC. We've got a creative show today filled with art and comic books. We'll check out a local artist who's going to show us the painting she's been working on for her 30th birthday. Plus, you've been getting to know our couple of nerds' favorite comics over the past few weeks, but what do we really know about them? We'll find out. But first, it's What's Happening. It's time for What's Happening, where we tell you the best apps to help improve your life, and today we're featuring outdoor apps. So Jack, you are a massive outdoor enthusiast. I like to dabble in walking outside outdoors. So what apps do you have to help other nature explorers be comfortable out in the wilderness?
So a lot of outdoors people probably already know about these, but the first is All Trails, which is a really good way to find trails that are nearby or in some area that maybe you're traveling to. So like if you watch Trailblazing, all those trails are on there. They all have like ratings of like easy, moderate, and hard. It says what kind of trails, like if they're a loop, if you have to go back and forth, the length, all that sort of stuff.
Which is pretty cool because we just did Croatan National Forest, and they have over 160,000 acres. And I think they have over 17 different trails. I could be misquoting that. So this will help you decipher which trails are best for what you're looking for that day.
Right, and well, so we're in ENC, Eastern North Carolina, so a lot of them are flat, so if you're new to hiking or stuff like that, this is a really good area.
But something that people don't know about Jack is that you want to do the
Appalachian Trail, that's right. So All Trails has those big, they don't have the big trail as one
It's
thing.
nationwide, so if people want to like go like from here to California or the national parks like way out west, they will help you anywhere. Do you know if they help in Europe or anywhere else, or just the United States?
I haven't looked into that because I haven't had to hike in Europe yet, but
it's a possibility.
It's a possibility. It's a good thing to look into. But yeah, so the Appalachian Trail, and if you're on the West Coast or going West Coast, the Pacific Northwest Trail, they have them in sections, so it's not like you're looking at a 2,000 mile long map. It'll give you like a 20-mile section of it. When I was in Connecticut for college, they had the Connecticut, there's like a big Connecticut Trail. They have them in a bunch of different sections, so stuff like that. Or the Mountain to Sea Trail here in North Carolina, they have all those on there, that sort of stuff. And you can leave reviews if you really like some place or if you don't like it. And
do they have like recommendations for like camping or not outhouses, but like other things along the trails, like if you need restrooms or if there's like a nature center?
So a lot of them, all of them have descriptions, and a lot of times it'll be in there. And people will leave reviews and talk about it and let you know. So it'll be like, hey, you know, this trail is kind of overgrown, so it's very out in the middle of nowhere, which is what I like. But if you like more like, I don't want to say, if you like a more like
a city slicker like me.
Yeah, a city slicker like her. If you like a more well-worn trail, it'll tell you about that. Yeah. And it also lets you know how popular the trails are. So that's good for that. So like River Park North here in Greenville is pretty well known. A lot of people use it, so it's a popular trail.
Jock Eastridge State Park is one of the most visited state parks in North Carolina.
Or if you want to go to a less populated one like Medoc, the second least.
Which you can bring your horse or your mountain bike to.
That is right. It'll let you know that is not as well trafficked. The other app is called Gaia, G-A-I-A, and it is a very robust like map making and like waypoint making.
I was gonna say, let's dive into that. Let's unpack that. When you say robust, what special aspects or features does it have on this app?
Most apps, including All Trails, will have different types of map. They'll have like topographical, satellite, just your normal like Google Maps type. And Guy has all that, but it also is like, it's like a full GPS tracker.
Thanks for catching up with us on what's happening, and make sure to come back every week as we find new apps to help make your life easier.
And next, I'll catch up with an artist who shows us a painting she's doing for her 30th birthday. Hey, it's C. Welcome to Art Seed. Today I'm with Rakaya of Black Peace Art. Hey, Rakaya, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. So I see that you have your art materials over here and everything, and you have this beautiful portrait of a person right behind us. But first, would you tell us about yourself and how you would describe yourself as an artist?
Okay, so yeah, like she said, my name is Rakaya. I'm originally from Virginia, so I have a lot of ties there. As far as my background, yeah, right?
What part?
Portsmouth, 757. All my family's there.
P-Town, shout out to P-Town.
So yeah, as far as describing myself as an artist, I would say I am a realism, but I also like to kind of tap into like the ethereal, something that's kind of like transcending. So a lot of my work, you would kind of see that like it's focusing around healing, meditation, or like crystal work, or and being more self-aware. So
That's good. That's good. Self-care is always important, right? Yes, absolutely. Is art part of your self-care routine?
Yeah, it's very therapeutic. So I try to find, even if it's not like painting traditionally, I'll find some way to tap into that, whether it's through movement. Also, I'll do like collaging. So I learned collaging in college, but here recently I've just gotten back into it. So I'm trying to like find that balance between like my traditional style and that. I also do digital painting, so a lot of the times I'm just sitting at my iPad, especially like if I'm at work or like out and about where I can't bring all my paints with me, then the iPad comes in handy for like anything creative, like even if it's just brainstorming.
So tell me about this canvas behind us. How would you describe this?
Okay, so this is actually a piece that I'm working on for a solo exhibition. So I'll be turning 30 this year, so I'm trying to like get all these pieces together. And so the show is basically going to focus on me, and I know that sounds like vain, but it's more so a self journey, because the more self-aware I am, the better that I can like put out into the universe, the better human I can be. So I feel like I didn't get a late start because I feel like, again, like timing is everything, and it's supposed to happen when it's supposed to happen. But like I've noticed, like even just talking to other like black students at ECU, like it's a struggle, like because you don't have any black professors there in the art program. You have one. We had one, and she was a history teacher.
You don't have any like representation.
Yeah, I went to college because I should have went to college. I needed that discipline, and I also did like graphic design, but on a small scale.
Yeah.
A lot of it's very cut and paste, especially if you're working for a firm. But if you have that freedom to like work with whoever you want, because there are graphic designers that work for music artists, and that is a cool job.
Oh,
that's a cool job.
Oh yeah.
But
Do you see yourself doing something like that?
For sure. I've done cover arts for artists. So I've probably done a total of 10 cover arts for people, and one that I did it last year, but they finally like got around to release. When I say got around, it was on their time schedule releasing the project, and it's gonna be like a two vinyl like EP. So that one was really cool to see because they're like Afrofuturism artists. And so they're like a live band. You got your trombone, you got your saxophone and trumpet, you got your drums and keyboards, and they're based in Ohio. But yeah, definitely doing that because I can see myself like, again, like I feel like that tie like crosses over like my love for music, me wanting to also produce my own music, and like to some capacity it will align that way.
Everyone,
Everyone here at WNCT is so eager to come into work and so eager to tell their stories to help the community. I mean, we do so many things in the community, and WNCT is just a really special place. We have great people here working hard every day to tell stories that need to be heard. I just love telling stories. I love coming to the anchor desk every day. I love coming into the newsroom every day because it's something new. There's a new story every day to tell, and there's a new story that we have to get out to viewers. What does it mean to live in ENC? Great people, good food, and a beautiful coast. Eastern North Carolina is just all about community. I've met some of the nicest people I have ever met in my life here in Eastern North Carolina, and that's really what drove me to come to ENC. WNCT 9 on your side on Eastern North Carolina CW is here to give you real stories.
WNCT 9 News at 10 on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Coming up next on Hello ENC, you'll get to learn more about us.
The following segment is sponsored by Blue Ox Games.
Hey, comic enthusiasts and pop culture lovers, I'm Ashley.
Sup nerds, I'm Ryan, and together we are
Couple of Nerds.
Hey, Ashley and Ryan. I got some questions for you. How did you get into the nerd culture?
Well, for me, I actually got into nerd culture because of my parents and my brother. I actually attribute a lot of my nerdiness to my brother.
I've loved nerd culture for as long as I can remember. I think it really started with the Spider-Man, X-Men, and Batman cartoons in the 90s.
Are you more of a Marvel fan or a DC fan?
That's actually a tough one. I actually kind of like both Marvel and DC. I mean, Marvel I like a little bit more, but I like DC because Batman and Aquaman.
I'm more of a Marvel fan for sure.
Who is your favorite superhero?
That's a toughie. I think my favorite superhero ever would probably have to be Wolverine.
Spider-Man.
What is your favorite superhero movie?
See, my favorite superhero movie. Well, for Marvel, it's Black Panther. But my favorite superhero movie, I think, might be Shazam.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Are you a Star Wars fan or a Star Trek fan?
Because I like both. I grew up being a huge Star Trek fan, and of course I love Star Wars so much that our upcoming wedding for Ryan and I is actually going to be Star Wars themed. So that's kind of a toughie, so I'm just going to have to say both.
I love them both, but I have to say Star Wars, even though Star Trek has better writing.
What is your favorite movie of all time?
Ooh, my favorite movie of all time? Well, my favorite movie of all time is Close Encounters of the Third Kind, closely followed by Jaws.
It'd have to be a three-way tie between Alien, Star Wars, and The Matrix Reloaded.
What is your most favorite cosplay?
Well, my favorite cosplay that I've ever done was probably Supergirl, because I could actually wear the costume at work, and it was really fun, so I think that'd be that.
My favorite cosplay is the Red Hood, Batman's rogue sidekick.
How did you both meet?
Well, we both met through a mutual friend named Ryan, another Ryan who also lives in Canada.
Yeah, we actually got to know each other better by talking about Harry Potter and Doctor Who. And fun fact, both Ryan and I are Hufflepuffs.
Yes.
What is your favorite comic series?
Ooh, my favorite comic series? Oh, that would have to be Wolverine Patch.
Spider-Man Blue.
What is a random fact about both of you?
Well, I'm all sorts of random, but my most random fact is I've actually been to space camp.
Well, I was born in Florida, but raised in Canada, so I'm a dual citizen. And I moved to North Carolina to be with Ashley.
Aww. Another fun fact about Ryan and I is we actually adopted a one-eyed cat. Her name is Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Say hi, Ruth.
Thank
Thank you, Nikki, for asking those great questions. And now you know a little more about Ryan and I. We had a lot of fun telling you all about how we got to be the couple of nerds we are. And yes, you did hear me right. Ryan and I are getting married this year. Tune in every Thursday and learn more about anything and everything nerdy. If any of the comic series or superheroes we mentioned sound like fun to read about, you should write to our sponsors, Blue Ox Games. We always get our comics there, and who knows, you might bump into us over there sometimes. See you next time. Same nerd, same nerd channel.
Today's segment was sponsored by Blue Ox Games.
Get fashion forward with me, C. Join me on Fridays at 12:30 for the hottest styles and latest trends. Only on Hello ENC.
Fall is right around the corner, and coming this October, all of Eastern North Carolina's CW primetime shows you've been waiting for. We've got the much anticipated prequel to Supernatural, The Winchesters, and of course, Walker, the network's most watched show on air in 2021 to 2022. With its prequel, Walker Independence, also debuting this month, plus the return of All-American Homecoming, Coroner, and Kung Fu. The CW is also set to introduce the drama Family Law, along with newbies like Professionals and Chris Angel's Magic with the Stars. We'll list the October premiere dates for all your favorite CW shows on our Facebook page at the ENC CW. Coming up, I'll sit down with 9 on Your Side and WNCT 9 News anchor Courtney Courtwright to find out what she loves about the East.
Working out is something that is so much fun to me, and everybody else is just like, ooh.
Joining us today is Courtney Courtwright. She wears many hats here for WNCT and on the CW. Courtney, why don't you tell our viewers what you do here?
So if you don't know me, I am Courtney Courtwright, and I host 9 on the positive side on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, one on WNCT and the other on Eastern North Carolina CW. Monday through Friday, you can watch myself and Ken Watlington anchor the 5:30 news on WNCT, 9 News at 5:30. And then over on the CW at 10 o'clock, if you don't want to stay up really late for your late news, you can catch me at 10 on Eastern North Carolina CW anchoring there.
And it's so awesome because we're obviously during the day, you guys are at night. So if you want to have, all the fun stuff with us, you can do that. But if you want to know what's going around in the community, it's perfect for nightside. But you also have a really fun, positive show too that kind of complements us as we compliment you.
It's great. I mean, with everything going on around, nowadays and whatnot, you just need that 30 minutes of just feel-good news. It really is just such a breath of fresh air, even for me, to go and find those positive stories. And they're happening all across Eastern North Carolina, and they're also happening across the country. So it's really cool to kind of put the two together.
Are there any stories that have really touched your heart, or you've been so excited to film for on the positive side?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a positive person, so it just
you really are.
It just really is what I love to do. My mom always says I don't know why she's always smiling. Where does she get that from? Because it's not me. She always jokes around, and it's really, really great to go out into Eastern North Carolina and find these stories. So a few that stick out to me. One of them is Clara. We did a story. Oh my gosh, her family is just amazing. The Jacquard School was raising money for her to get a service dog. $25,000 they raised to get her service dog, and that service dog is coming near Christmas. So that was one that really brightened up my day, and I'm sure everybody else's. And then, oh my gosh, there's just been so many stories. A lady in Lowe's at the Kinston Lowe's bought a man a hedge trimmer. Just was he was talking to her, and she was actually, Merry Christmas. And it wasn't even near Christmas. She's this is your Christmas gift.
Aww.
Now he has his own business, and now his business pays forward to the community. It's just amazing.
That's such a great story. I love that when you see the fast food restaurants where someone pays it for it, and then it goes through the whole line until the end of the business day. It's so cool. So you've been here over a year now. What's your favorite thing about Eastern North Carolina, or what's a few things that you love?
Oh my gosh, I just love Eastern North Carolina. The people are just amazing. I mean, when you move to another state, coming from Maine, I was really nervous. Obviously, when you move, you know how it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not sure, but once I came for my interview, I knew it. The people here are amazing, like people helping each other, going out and beyond just to go and rally behind someone, like Clara, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing.
So what made you want to be a journalist? Was there something in your childhood or like something that inspired you to want to be in this profession?
So it's actually really funny. My parents to this day are so surprised that I'm an anchor because I couldn't even order a sandwich when I was younger.
Oh.
I don't know. I just was
shy?
really shy. And I was just, I don't know. My mom had to make my doctor's appointments. Yes, I've gotten there now, but like, thankfully. But I think just helping people is really why I wanted to get into this business. And it's really great with the positive side because I can feel that impact when you do those good stories.
Courtney, thanks so much for hanging out with us. And where can people watch you?
All right, so a few things, all right? You might need a notepad to jot this down, but it's the 5:30 on WNCT 9 News at 5:30 with my co-anchor, Ken Watlington. You can watch me on the Eastern North Carolina CW at 10 and 9 on the positive side on Saturday and Sunday. Woo!
Hello, hello, hello. Dreaming just awake to a beautiful light, yeah. Hello, hello, hello. 9 to 5 during the day, but a star by night, yeah. Hello, hello, hello.
If you've missed any of your favorite stories or an episode of Hello E&C, just go to YouTube and search Hello E&C to subscribe and watch. Coming up tomorrow on Hello E&C, the lawyers wouldn't let us go up in the air, so we found another way to go skydiving on Get After It. Plus, on Fashion Forward with C, sun-kissed skin and freckles. Make sure to join Hello E&C every weekday at 12:30 to be in the know of everything that is living, loving local in the East. See ya!
Captioning for Hello E&C is sponsored by Hearing Life.
Content segments during Hello E&C were paid for by Blue Ox Games.